You're listening to the Sonic Drive Show with DJ Shay. This is Up FM 107.5.
Welcome back to Sonic Drive with DJ Shay, and we have got in the studio here Utah Jazz for the next half hour or so. Good afternoon there, Luke.
Good afternoon, Shay. How you doing?
I'll tell you what, it's actually been quite nice. We've got a couple of beers going, New Zealand styles.
Yeah, just a couple. Lovely stuff, actually.
Now, Utah Jazz, aka Luke Wilson, whereabouts do you stem from?
I'm from London, born and bred.
Yes.
Yeah.
In what suburb?
North London, Barnet, originally.
Oh, so what does that make you? Because I live with a Cockney bastard. Then the guy he works with is a Scouser.
Okay. Don't know. My parents are from up north, but they moved down. Barnet's like, it's a bit out in the sticks a little bit. It's like the end of London,
yes.
Right up in the north.
Yes, yes.
But now I've moved. I live in Tottenham now. It's a bit of a ghetto north. But
in the ghetto.
I've kind of moved up in the world, as in down in the world. A bit closer into London, but it's a bit northeast London.
Now travelling, you've been travelling a little bit, and well, you do travel a little bit. What's been the best country that you have performed in?
Well, hopefully New Zealand. We'll find out. I've been so many places. Stuff at Germany. Germany's always pretty good. It just totally depends. It's places. It's going to places and building up my name in terms of, obviously people know me as a producer, but you got to kind of prove your worth and show yourself as a DJ.
Did the producing come first or the DJing?
The DJing came first originally, but I knew from an early stage the way things were going, you had to get into production to get the gigs. No one wanted to hear, really. I mean, I could count on my hand the amount of big drum and bass DJs left who don't produce tunes. You've got to produce. So about 10 years ago, I started getting into production slowly but surely and working my way up the ladder and so forth.
The proverbial ladder.
Yeah, exactly.
We know about that one. Now, you've been on a plane for the last 20 hours.
Yeah, it was a bit of a backward route. I went back on myself in Asia because of the way the flights worked out. So I went 3 hours back to Bangkok, waited there for 6 hours, and then did the old 11 hours over here.
Oh, economy or business?
Economy.
Oh, God damn, we're going to have to talk to those premium boys about that, business all the way.
Well, it's a free gig, of course.
Now, your name, Utah Jazz, your real name's Luke Wilson. Where did the Utah Jazz come from?
Well, it was just, it's funny because at the time when I used the name, I wasn't really planning. I mean, we're talking 15, 16 years ago when I was at school. I never really expected things to get to what they were now. And all it was originally, I was playing jazzy drum and bass, and I saw the name Utah Jazz in a magazine, and I realised it was the name of a basketball team, but didn't think much of it. Obviously, I mean, I was into basketball, but it was just, I was trying to find like a
Were you
catchy.
Any good?
Yeah, I was amazing. Yeah.
Awesome.
I wasn't. I followed basketball a bit. I didn't even really know. I just saw it in a magazine at school once, and I was trying to think of this kind of catchy moniker name that I could use that was something to do with the sound that I was playing and that I was into, which at the time was like the intelligent early liquid jungle sound of like 94, 95 that just come out of hardcore.
Were there any other DJ names? Before
no,
you
that's the thing. It was the first and the last one. It's like by the time you use it for sort of a year, and I was sending out mixtapes and funny enough, going to do gigs, and I came runner-up in this Mix Mag DJing competition, which led to a few gigs. But I was 15 at the time, so my brothers had to go with me to the clubs because I was too young. My parents wouldn't let me out.
Did they mind going to the clubs with you?
I know, because they're DJs. Big music fans as well, so they grew out of drum and bass a little bit when they got to the age of like 25, like most people do, and I kind of carried on. But no, they've got all the early Metalheads, good-looking releases. They were massive drum and bass fans, so they took me to the first Metalhead sessions at the Blue Note, and to the first gigs that I did. That
sort of may lead on to the next question. I had written down here, who was your inspiration for your music style? Was it your brothers and your family?
Yeah, I think it was. I mean, it was the fact that I used to share a bedroom with my older brother, and he was listening to pirate stations. It used to really annoy me at first.
Now you talk about carry on, go.
Yeah, so it was he was listening to like I mean, even, well, early days of Cool FM, but there was like stations Weekend Rush and Green Apple, really early jungle stations in London, just as the sound was breaking in about 92, and he wouldn't turn them off. So we're trying to get to sleep, and all he's doing is listening to these stations the whole time, and it was kind of like drilled into me as a
imprinted
as
almost.
11-year-old or whatever.
Isn't it amazing what, because I'm the oldest brother of three, but I could, that's the sort of stuff I do.
So you're my brother. You're the most cautious then, is that the way it works?
I'm the ringleader, eh?
No.
I sort of peeled it, dealt.
It's always the youngest that are like the most successful, best looking. That's what I've been told anyway. I would say that though, being the youngest of three brothers.
When you're producing, do you have a favourite, what is your most favourite piece of equipment that you couldn't live without?
Well, just
the whole lot.
Well, just the computer these days. I mean, I moved away from a larger studio setup to a really basic computer setup with recycle to chop up my sampling, and then straight into sampler and then just arranging in Logic. So it's all based. It's just in the computer. So
very nice. Now we're in studio here with Utah Jazz for just sort of propping the event that's happening this evening at the one at Lower Hobbs Street, the car park bar. Having a couple of nice quiet beers and a good old chat with the man himself. And we'll just start going through a few little questions here. Now, the first time in New Zealand, have you got any expectations for the New Zealand crowd?
Not really. I'm expecting it to be pretty good. I've only heard good reports from New Zealand in terms of gigs. Any other people I've been speaking to have been coming over in the last couple of years just said how good it is, and it reminds me of how sort of London is or England is, or how people expect it as well. So yeah,
nice. Well, I can tell you one thing, that New Zealand crowds are absolutely awesome, and you should be in for a real treat. So now we're just having we've got a track playing in the background there. What was the name of the track that we were just listening to?
Yeah, that was an older track of mine called Runaway, which was on my last album. A few years old now, but I thought I'd start with an oldie.
Start with an oldie, but a goodie,
Oldie but goodie. Well, at least I know people. It's a bit of a favourite with most people who know what I do. So,
what sort of highlights are people going to expect from this evening, or have you got any new stuff, or what sort of things are you going to be playing out tonight?
Yeah, I've got quite a lot of new stuff. I'm working on a new album at the moment, which I'm over halfway through now. Actually, I've been spending a lot of time over the summer in London. Had a couple of months off DJ and just working really hard in the studio. So I'm previewing some new stuff tonight. This is one of them in the background. Actually, it's a project with me and a guy called Johnny L, who some people might be familiar with, old school jungle legend. And this is going to be on the album as well.
Cool. I'll tell you what, let's have a little listen and we'll come back. We're talking with Luke Wilson, also known as Utah Jazz, straight from London town, playing tonight down at Car Park. Brand new little track here for you guys out there in Up FM land. Texas 8736 if you would like to ask Luke absolutely anything. You could even ask him what the hell he was doing the Feather Duster a little bit earlier off air. Anything you like. This is Sonic Drive. We have got Utah Jazz exclusively in the studio. definitely treated this afternoon here on Sonic Drive. This is Utah Jazz. Stylies.
We just had a text. Any jungle? Have you got any jungle?
Yep, not. I tell you what, watch out. And looky, an Up FM exclusive, Luke Wilson, aka Utah Jazz, in the studio with us. You're in Auckland just for one night. Whereabouts? Yeah. You're also saying off air that you're going to a couple of other locations.
Yeah, I'm off to Christchurch tomorrow, and then Wellington Saturday, or it's the other way around. I keep on getting them mixed up.
One or two. How do you keep yourself organised? Do you have a day plan or anything like that?
Not really. I write a few bits down, but that's pretty much in my head.
the old piece of scrunched up paper in the back pocket. Sort of
I've
deal.
got my itinerary for the. I'm away for a month. I'm going to Australia after this, and then I was in Asia, so I've got all the flights written down on loads of bits of paper, and that's about it.
I love that sort of stuff. That reminds me of myself. Now, we actually had a little listen to a new tune just before, Dreaming. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, well, that was it's originally a Johnny L track. Johnny L, like absolute legend for me, like hardcore jungle innovator, amazing producer, and it was a track I did a remix. It's a remix I did for him, but it's actually now that's going to appear on my new album next year as well, which is kind of dropping. Well, I'm work in progress at the moment.
Have you got a month next year where you're looking at releasing?
Yeah, we're looking at end of April, early May next year.
Hey, do you have a manager?
No.
No, just yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good to know. Hey, if you weren't doing DJ producing, is there anything else that you'd be doing?
That's a good question. I get asked that quite a lot, and it scares me. I think.
If you weren't loud, if you took away all the CD players and the music making equipment, what would you be doing? Have you got a trade or anything?
Well, no, I haven't, and I think it's one of those things that's kind of spurred me on, because I was doing this from such an early age and never really did anything else. That it's one of those things where you're so sort of pigeonholed that if you don't make it and you don't do it, I often think, like, what else would I be doing? Like, I don't. I studied and went to college as well, actually, and went to university and did a sports science course.
Yes.
But not for that. Was just kind of so I could go and have a laugh at university and get drunk.
Is it true that you're an actor?
It's not, no, but there is a famous actor
by the name of Luke Wilson.
He's not as good looking as me, but he's.
Like, I know.
But no, it's funny because. Well, I guess he's been a big actor for quite a while, but I've never played in America before, but I'm going there like literally a week or two after I finish this tour. So I've got the Luke Wilson thing and the Utah Jazz thing. So I think that I'm not sure how they're gonna receive me.
Well, no, I tell you what, just you could, one idea is you could just play on it. Just have a little bit of fun. Yeah, Luke Wilson, where's my red carpet?
Yeah, exactly.
Where's my red carpet? Champagne, thank you very much. Now, I tell you, for everyone who has just joined us out there, everyone out there who's just joined us. We are talking with Luke Wilson, aka Utah Jazz, who is playing this evening for free at down at 1 Lower Hobson Street, which is the car park bar. Amazing local support crew there. Do you know much about New Zealand at all? Have you done any research before you came here, or you've just sort of...
No.
No. Okay, cool. That's all right. I'll deal to you later. Have you heard of a group called Shapeshifter?
I have, yeah.
Good. A guy called P. Diggs.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, you can stay in the studio then.
Okay.
And now, look, I tell you what. I'm just going to ask you a couple of quick fire questions, and they've got to be quick. Here we go. And they've got to be quick. Come on, you ready?
Ready.
You ready now? Quick. 1, 2, 3. Who would win in a fight between Renaissance and DJ Dye?
DJ Dye.
Last furry thing you touched?
You.
We have a time machine. Where would you go and why?
I'd go back to yesterday and get some more sleep.
Famous person that you'd like to take on a date?
Luke Wilson.
Favorite food?
Steak and chips.
Utah Jazz, that's a basketball team. Do you support them?
No.
Finish the sentence. If I was a...
If I was...
If you were an anteater or a meerkat, I would...
Eat some ants.
Craziest thing you've seen at a gig?
I don't know if I can say it on air.
As long as no swears, you can say whatever you like.
I said this in an interview the other day. This is very quick, but a friend of mine, an old friend who's 40, and he comes around some gigs with me, and he got propositioned on the dance floor by a 20-year-old girl in Vienna in Austria.
Yes.
And then she led him outside to the club for some of you know what, and then he was back inside the club for the end of my set. Amazing.
Oh, look, the old in and out like a priest at a boy's home type trick.
Yeah.
Look, I tell you, we're going to come back and talk a little bit more to Utah Jazz. Time is very quickly running out on the CD. Now, if you are looking for something to do tonight, get down to the car park bar, 1 Lower Hobson Street. It's going to be an amazing event, and it's always rammed.
That's right, mate. It's going to be absolutely rammed.
Looking forward to it.
It is. I'll tell you what you should do. Of course, Utah Jazz and the Mashup Mafia combined are going to make for one hell of an evening. We've got a $25 bar tab to give away to someone, and we're getting a lot of... We've had 2 requests from the same person about Jungle.
What's up with that?
Anyway, we'll see what we can do. Sonic Drive. Coming up to news time, it's 8 minutes to the hour of 5. Chop chop, giddy up, giddy up.
Make that move, prepare yourself. Pump the make that move, prepare yourself. Pump the make that move, prepare yourself.
So what's that little bit of jungle you say?
Little bit of jungle for the texting crew.
There we go. 8036 is our text number.
Make that move.
Well, look at that. A little bit of jungle for the jungle heads out there. Mr. Utah Jazz, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Shay, pleasure's all mine, mate.
Ooh, look at the smile. I tell you what. Now, for everyone out there who is going to a car park bar, what time are you playing tonight? Have you got a set time?
I think possibly about 12 till 2, or something like that, maybe 12:30 till 2:30, couple of hours.
Now, I tell you what, anything that you think we've left out or you'd like to tell anyone out there in Up FM land?
I don't think so. Just I'm really looking for. It's great to be here in New Zealand. Really looking forward to tonight. So anyone who's listening, get down there to the car park and let's go.
Let's go. And there we go. Utah Jazz. Thank you very much, sir. It's been an absolutely awesome half hour. We've got